Right now in the lineup, breaking news: an off-duty police officer involved in an overnight crash in Carroll Park.
Just literally continuing prayer after prayer after prayer of like, let them be okay.
Catastrophe in Atlantic County. 2 helicopters crashed midair. All of it happened just feet from homes. We're hearing from people who saw the helicopter fall out of the sky and rush over to help.
With the new year comes new dating trends. You'll want to keep your computer handy for this one. The top trend that keeps your partner out of sight, but not out of mind.
Stories and more in today's edition of The Lineup, Monday, December 29th, 2025. Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Brenna Weick. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. Starting with that breaking news overnight, an off-duty police officer was involved in this crash. Just after midnight, 2 cars collided at 54th and Girard in the Carroll Park neighborhood of West Philadelphia. The officer and another person were both hurt and taken to the hospital. Both are stable at last check. We're working to find out what caused the crash.
And in Atlantic County today, we could hear from the NTSB about a deadly helicopter crash in Hamilton. A pilot is dead. Another pilot's in critical condition after the choppers collided in midair yesterday. It happened on Basin Road, just 2 miles away from Hamilton Municipal Airport. NBC 10's Lili Zheng has the latest on the investigation.
We're a few hundred feet away from the crash site. This is a rural part of Atlantic County. This morning, the NTSB is leading the investigation with the help from the FAA. Here's a view of the crash site from above. Officials say the 2 pilots were in 2 different helicopters when they took off from the Hamilton Municipal Airport yesterday before those 2 helicopters collided. We are told that the 2 pilots were the only ones on board. An aviation attorney explains that Hamilton is a small airport. So in cases like these, there is no air traffic control tower and pilots have to be in communication with each other. We spoke with a woman who was one of the first people to respond to the scene. It is right in her backyard off of Basin Road. She says she held the hand of the surviving pilot.
You just can't stop thinking about these people, their families. It's right after Christmas, and just literally continuing prayer after prayer after prayer of like, let them be okay. Let them be okay. Let them be okay. Let their family, let everyone just be okay, please.
Hamilton Fire has put out this warning, alerting people that there are AI-generated images and videos from other incidents falsely suggesting that they are from this crash. The fire department is asking people to think before they share. And at this point, the names of the 2 pilots involved have not yet been publicly released. However, witnesses tell us that those 2 were friends and they did frequently fly together. Reporting in Hamilton, Lili Zheng, NBC 10 News.
We're going to continue to develop throughout the day, of course, so make sure you download the free NBC 10 app and turn on your notifications. You'll get any alert related to this story as soon as we learn any new information. A candlelit vigil will happen tonight for the Delaware State Trooper who was shot and killed last week.
Corporal Matthew Snook was working an overtime shift inside the Wilmington DMV when it happened. Tonight's vigil will be at the Hockessin Powell Center at 7 p.m. Delaware State Police have also announced funeral plans for Corporal Snook. The service is set for next Monday, January 5th, at the University of Delaware Bob Carpenter Center. The public is invited to pay their respects from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. A private memorial service will follow. Do the Eagles know how to make it interesting or what? I mean, last night's game came right down to the wire with the Birds beating Buffalo on the road by just 1 point.
Yeah, the Bills failed on a 2-point conversion. It secured the Eagles' 11th win of the season. After the win, head coach Nick Sirianni got into it with some Bills fans in the tunnel. Video and audio from NBC Sports Philadelphia's John Clark. Fans on social media, they have mixed reactions about Sirianni's emotions. Reminds you once again of what he did in the tunnels there in Kansas City several seasons back. Eagles are back home at the Lynx Sunday afternoon to finish off the regular season. If they beat the Commanders and the Bears lose their game next weekend, the Eagles get the number 2 seed for the playoffs.
Wouldn't mind that.
Meantime, happening right now, the holiday travel rush continues with people heading to the New Year's destinations.
This is what it looked like at Philadelphia International Airport a little bit earlier this morning. Today is expected to be one of the busiest travel days of the holiday season. Look at those crowds and lines. PHL is expecting to see more than 90,000 passengers. Some people we spoke with say they were shocked to see the lines once they got to their terminals.
What is going on here? I've never seen it like this before. Is everyone going to Puerto Rico?
maybe not there, but everybody's going somewhere. If you're planning to hit the road today, AAA says the worst time would be between noon and 8 in the evening. They say that's when highways will be most congested, and a similar situation tomorrow. If you want to avoid the worst of the traffic, it's best to leave early in the morning. If you're taking your Christmas tree down soon, there are plenty of ways you can recycle it.
Philadelphia Sanitation Department is running its tree recycling program from January 5th to the 17th. You can bring your tree to several locations for free. Crews will turn it into compost. Another option, the Philly Goat Project. The goats love to eat the trees. They've got several events to collect them. The first is on January 10th at the farm at Aubrey Arboretum. Say that 5 times fast. We'll have all the information on how to recycle your tree at NBC10.com/findit-on10. Philadelphia's ready to kick off the new year, too, with first of its kind New Year's Eve concert on the Parkway.
LL Cool J will headline the concert. DJ Jazzy Jeff and several other artists will join him. The gates open at 6 p.m. and concert is set to start at 8. Fireworks will follow, of course, at midnight. And we'll have even more fireworks for you right here on NBC 10. Join us on New Year's Eve for the early fireworks show from the riverfront at Penn's Landing. We'll be airing the entire show during NBC 10 News at 6.
And before we ring in 2026, we're looking back at the biggest news stories of 2025. You could watch the entire year in review by scanning the QR code on your screen. A typical, year in review for our own Matt DeLucia here. Special shout out for him for putting it together.
Yeah,
Takes
he
a
works
lot
so
of work.
hard.
Yeah.
When 2026 starts this Thursday, more than a quarter of all Americans plan to set a New Year's resolution. A survey from YouGov found exercising more is a top priority for the new year. Pretty common. Being happy is second, followed by eating healthier, saving money, and improving your health. Almost half of the people with New Year's resolutions say they will stick with them in 2026.
And about 10% of them will not.
I was going to say, you would think if you said you were setting one, you would say, and I'm going to stick with it.
That's it.
Don't even bother.
Right. And I think you could use that list every year.
Yeah, it can't
Literally
hurt.
every year for the past 50 years, people have been wanting to exercise more, be happy, make more money.
Eat healthy, right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it all year long.
Come on now.
People are taking a new approach in the new year to finding love.
A new dating trend is expected to take over 2026. More singles are open to exploring online-only relationships. Lots of people already use apps to find a partner. Now, more than 50% of daters say they're open to having a long-distance relationship where they never meet. Some singles say this allows them to focus more on finding a deep connection rather than just someone close by. Others say keeping things online helps them from getting emotionally drained. It's according to a survey from dating.com. Because who needs physical connection anymore?
I would think that only having an online connection would be more emotionally draining.
Of course it would.
Not
You're
being able to
100%
see
right.
someone in person.
Because you've got to find ways to be vulnerable online, whereas it's way easier
Very
non-verbally and physically
Yeah,
in
and
person.
you can't go on dates. I mean, this is a whole different ballgame for sure.
It's not good. It's not good is what it is. Plot twist, not good.
No.
Hey, does your new year include a trip?
I would like for it to. U.S. News and World Report just released its annual rankings of the best vacations for 2026. Top spot, drum roll please, Rome, world's best place to visit. That is because of its iconic landmarks and cultural significance. Rome was followed by Tokyo, Prague, the Swiss Alps, and Mauritius, which I mean, am not very familiar with Mauritius, but upon Google search, it looks lovely.
It looks amazing there.
Anywhere you can travel.
Sheila Watko, because of course Sheila is well-traveled and international herself, she said that she was considering a vacation in Mauritius.
Of course.
We, on the other hand, learned how to say it today.
Right, I paused before I said it, because I wasn't too sure about it.
Exactly.
I mean, hey, any exploring a new place is great.
Yeah.
And you can do it close to home.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, you could do Grand Canyon National Park, which was ranked #1 place to visit here in this country. So that's cool.
And I haven't been yet, so maybe I
Me
need to add
neither.
it to the list.
Yep, Mauritius then that, or whatever makes most sense.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't either. Yeah.
Keep you updated. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Brenna Weick, I'm Keith Jones, where we can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. Catch us weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Happy Monday.